Hi guys, we're at Eastbourne at East Sussex College Group and we're in the early years and education team. So why am I sitting here? Well, because I want to teach you what we do here. We are an outstanding college for early years and education. We have fantastic results each year. This year we are seeing something completely different that we've designed in transition between years 1 and year 2, and we want to show you all about it because it's really, really exciting. A little bit of background of the staff. So myself, I'm Rachel Byrne, like I said, and I've had 35 years now experience in childcare and education with teaching and in practice. So I've been a nursery owner, a nursery manager, and I've worked abroad a lot, from children's clubs up to actually teaching in a nursery. So my last experience was a very exciting one. It was 10 years working in Spain in a beautiful Cognita school. It was called Our Limina, and really beautiful, working with the infants in the infant department and learning dual nationality, dual languages as well. So it gave me a completely new experience of teaching. And I've brought all of that wealth of knowledge and experience back into the classroom. And the key here at Eastbourne is we want to make it as exciting and realistic for our students so that you join us. So I'm going to show you a little bit about what we do here and introduce you to some of our students. So I'm going to introduce you to Louise, who's going to come in next.
Hi all, my name's Louise Linfield. I am the Childcare Assessor for Level 3 childcare courses. Today we've got two lovely students with us as well. We have Charlotte Sell and Chloe Bird. First of all, I'm just going to give you a little bit of background about myself. So I've been at the college for 11 years. I actually did my Level 3 at this college. So I did my NNEB Level 3 here quite a few years ago, won't tell you how many. And had a fantastic experience, so much so I've come back to work, so it's great. Been a manager, so after I qualified I went to work as a manager in a private day nursery. Did that for about 5 or 6 years, and then moved back to Eastbourne. So I'd moved away, come back to Eastbourne, and that's where I started my assessing career here, which I thoroughly enjoy because I get to come and see you guys out in placement, doing your placements and taking everything that you've learnt in college and putting it back out into placement and into your practical skills. So that then leads us on to talking to our lovely students here. So Rachel mentioned a little bit about the transition task that you would be taking place in. And so this is what our lovely students here did last year. Going into their second year, so they prepared it in the first year and took it out into practice in the second year of their course. So if I can lead you over to lovely Charlotte. Charlotte's going to talk to you about her transition task, her idea behind it, and demonstrate her tool and show you what it's all about. So
Okay.
Charlotte.
Thanks, Louise. So for my transition task, I created a healthy eating learning tool. This is the pillow. On one side it's got a felt tooth, and this one you can see it's looking a bit sad, it's not very happy, and this is where, I'll show you in a moment, this is where the unhealthy foods are meant to go. On the other side we've got a much happier looking tooth, and this is where the healthy foods are meant to go. Now, to go along with that, I've created a sensory pouch, and inside are lots of different food items. So this is a tactile tool. I created it with some rougher brown material and some silky, smooth, sparkly, shiny to represent what an unhealthy tooth might look like and what a healthy tooth might look like. And the idea behind that was to support children that might have difficulty understanding and additional needs. And then so I'll just show you a couple of the food items inside. On the unhealthy side, you would have things like a lollipop and some chips. And then on the healthier side, there would be things like an apple and some broccoli. So there's plenty of them for the children to choose inside of there. And So behind this tool, I wanted to make it as holistic as possible. What I mean by that is I wanted to be able to link in all the different areas of learning the children might be interested in. So that could be anywhere from mathematics to literacy, understanding the world, expressive arts and design. There's many they could be interested in at that point in time, and that could change within a day. So I wanted to make it holistic so it could meet all children's interests. One way, just to quickly explain, one way it could be used apart from the healthy eating activity that it was primarily made for would be colour sorting. Okay, mathematics. You could do some sorting in that activity. If a child's particularly interested in sorting on that day, they could sort all the green ones into a pile, all the red ones into another, and that way they're still getting something out of the activity and it's not just being left at the side. They can get something out of it. Another thing I would like to add is that the inspiration behind the tool came from a lady called Margaret Macmillan. She was a advocate for healthy eating in her time as an educational pioneer. She did lots of work and looked at reasons why healthy eating is so important for children. And as we've gone through the first year and I came to designing it, I thought it was so important for children to eat healthy, have healthy bodies, healthy minds, because that then puts them in a place where they're ready for learning and they can learn as best they can. So I thought if I can incorporate that into the tool, I would be doing myself proud of what I believe in. So I wanted to make sure I did that.
Fantastic. And using that tool, Charlotte, can you explain how it supported you with your university interview as well?
Sure. So I went for a university interview, and when you turn up at the interview, you don't know what to expect completely, what they're going to ask you to do. So I thought I'll bring it along in case it comes in handy. It will help show what I'm capable of, what I can do. So I took it along, and it just so happened that one of the tasks we were asked to do was a presentation based on a book and talk about how we might use it in a classroom with children. So I thought, right, perfect. I can talk about the tool I've made and how I did use it at placement and how I've used it and how it worked and all the work we've done with it. I can just talk about my own experience. So it came in handy and they were really impressed, and that landed me a place at the university. So it's beneficial to put effort into it and make a really decent product or a learning tool that you can take with you for the rest of your career.
And what course was it at the university you applied
It was,
for?
so I applied for a primary teaching course. But that's not the only course that it will be worthwhile using it for. Any course that's child related, any course that you're going to be working with children, it's worthwhile. It's worthwhile.
It's amazing to see, that effort being put in and Charlotte getting so much out of it as well. So we're going to move on to lovely Chloe as well. So Chloe's going to talk to you a little bit about her transition task and how she put it together at placement.
So when we were in class, we first got told about this whole transition task and what it's going to be about. We got encouraged to use World Book Day as a really good inspiration for it. So you could use this World Book Day as using, say, the Hungry Caterpillar or Three Little Pigs, and change it into a different story or make characters for it, like puppets or anything like that, to make it different and make it your own. But I thought that I wanted to be different, so I was having a look through Pinterest, and there were so many great ideas, and I saw story stones, which is where you paint different characters and props and stuff that go with a story. So I saw ones for the Hungry Caterpillar, and I thought, oh, I could do that. That's a really, really cool idea. But still wanted to be different, so I thought, right, what can I do? So I know the children love classic fairy tales at my nursery, so I thought, oh, maybe I can make a fairy tale out of them. So I painted a classic princess on here, a sword as a prop, and a dragon, and I made 15 different ones of the different characters and stuff, and I thought it'd be a really good idea to engage the children more and give them choice. So I decided to sit them all down at a table and have all these different stones in the middle. I created story starters, and I thought it would be a really good idea to use these story starters to say like a stormy night or once upon a time, and they can choose between these and make a story out of all the different characters and props and make it funny or exciting or scary, and they were really proud of these stories. But yeah, that's what I've done. But I also decided to do a scavenger hunt before this. So I decided to hide all of these around the nursery and use different clues to find the stones. And they really enjoyed that. I got to incorporate physical activity, but also for the younger children, I could adapt this activity and make the clues a lot easier. I'll be reading out these for the little children. But also for the older children, they were encouraged to try and read it themselves or have a look at the different rooms that they could be in and the different descriptions, and so they really enjoyed that. So yeah, but it's been an amazing experience at these last 2 years at the college. We have teachers that are very passionate about teaching, especially getting away from the textbooks, so you will love it here if you join.
What was lovely to see is the girls putting their placement, their practical resources into placement. It was fantastic. And what's lovely to see is the thought, the effort they've put into it, what they, the sort of things they considered. So potentially with Chloe's, we have stones because there's potential risks involved. So we looked at level of supervision and how that would be managed, and Chloe did an amazing job. And the students thoroughly enjoyed it. Using natural resources is a fantastic way of encouraging children to engage and develop new skills. And like Charlotte said about holistic development, both the girls thought about this. They thought about how the children's development can be developed in different ways, using different skills, and the way their tools can be used in different ways to develop their skills. And Charlotte linked to theory, which will be a lot about knowledge and things like that you'll learn in the classroom and take into practice with you. And that's what you guys will be doing as well at placement, which is lovely. So I'm now going to introduce you to Georgia, and Georgia's going to explain a little bit about how the transition task works this year. So thank you, Chloe and Charlotte. We'll leave you to it.
Hello everybody, my name is Georgia and I'm one of the teachers on the early years and childcare courses. So as you can see, the students have had a great time last year and this year really working on those transition tasks, making them fun, making them engaging, and really thinking about what children are interested in and then how they can link that holistically to their learning. So it's a massively reflective process, and it's a process that we look at throughout the end of year 1 and year 2. And because it's been so successful this year, we have also been running it with the year 1s ready for next year. And it's something that you as new students on the course will do at the end of year 1. So you will get to see some of the fantastic tools that the year 2s have created to give you some inspiration on what you could do within your story. And because we've got such a fantastic team of experienced early years professionals, we also as a team will be sharing with you some of our experiences and some of our ideas around what we've seen in practice, what we've done. What I really love about this transition task is the fact that it really links theory to practice, and it really links with reflection so well. So the students will be doing their activity, and then there will be a practitioner observing them and giving them feedback on what they could change, what they could adapt, and what they did really well. And this links so well with your learning. And then as a result of that, the practitioner will get to have the experience of watching a practitioner do their task. So they will get to see it in action themselves and really think about, how does that convey with somebody else? How can I learn from this other person's experiences and what they did really well, and kind of gather all of that inspiration. But I've currently been working with the year 1s ready for their year 2 transition task, and they've been having so much fun with it, and it's been really great to see these creative ideas kind of coming out of everybody, and they're all so different, which is brilliant because we're all unique and we can bring a completely unique stance to the early years classroom. So yeah, it's fantastic.
Brilliant.
Anything you wanted to add?
Thank you. Yeah, so it's a very exciting time here at Eastbourne at the moment, because I get to lead not just the technical qualification that we're talking about, but I'm introducing the T-level into this college for the very first year. It's a brand new qualification that the government are just rolling out. We're trialling it. There's only 50 colleges in the UK that are trialling this, and we are one of them, and we've got our approval and everything's ready to go. So we're really excited by this new T-level in education and childcare. What are the differences between technical qualification that we're talking about and the new T-level? Well, the difference really is that you get to choose where you want to really take your education to. What do you want to be? Now that's the question you need to be asking yourselves right now, okay? If you want to work with children in a nursery setting or just with ages 0 to 5, then the technical level might be ready for you, because that level will just look at 0 to 5 years old. However, the T level, we look at 0 to 19. So if you're thinking about being a teacher, whether that's primary or secondary, or the new exciting part of this is we have teaching assistants. So if you wanted to be a teaching assistant in a school, whether that again is infant, primary or secondary, then the T level might be the one for you. So what do you need to get into these qualifications? Well, you know you need to be working really hard on your maths and English, because a lot of the courses depend on your level that you have achieved. So for the technical level, the 0 to 5, we're really looking at 5 GCSEs with maths and English at least a 4. Okay, so at least a 4. If you're unlucky and you haven't quite got there this year, you can come onto our level 2 programme and build that existing knowledge of maths and English so that you can come on this the following year. The T level, we're raising the standard. We need level 5 in English and maths. But the other 3 GCSEs for both of the courses can be of anything, but at least a grade 4. Okay, so you get the opportunity to choose where you go, what pathway you want, and what do you really want to do as a career yourselves. This isn't about us. This isn't about us teachers here. It's about you and your future. Okay, so that's what makes us slightly different at this wonderful college. And I just add, I realised just a minute ago, I also done my level 3 here at it was a different college then, but it was the same group.
And so did I.
And so did you. So look, we were learning with you and we've come back to teach you. Thank you.
Rachel, we've actually had a question. Somebody's asked, does everybody get a placement?
Everybody will get a placement on the course, yes. We work very closely with you right at the very beginning so that Louise is able to look at the list of placements that she's got, make sure that the placement is nearest to you as a location for your house, because we don't want to send you too far away, and obviously at the right age group that you're needing to work with. For a licence to practice in early years, whether that's in the technical level or the T level, you have to do 750 hours. Okay, so that's 750 hours placement. Okay, that's over 2 years. So yes, we provide all the placements and all the contacts needed for the courses. Okay, so how do you actually apply for these courses? Well, you can apply online through the college. Okay, unfortunately at the moment due to COVID, we can't interview you directly, but we will do when we come back in September. We'll obviously be able to meet with you. But for now, if you can apply online, that's wonderful. If you need to ask any questions, you can email me on Rachel, that's RACHEL, .Byrne, BYRNE, at escg.ac.uk, and I can forward those emails to any one of the team, depending on if your question's on placement, technical level or T level. Lovely, can't wait to work with you.